big hug. My name is Nikki and welcome back to Majestic Unicorn Healing. On this channel, I help people awaken their healing powers by talking about different holistic healing modalities from around the world, spirituality, personal development, and so much more. Today's episode is going to be about the couple lessons that I learned during the most intense year of my whole entire life. And I have truly learned a lot, and I've really honestly transformed this year like I don't even think I could have imagined. Sometimes the universe is like, you're ready for the transformations, and it literally throws you off a cliff. And that's pretty much what happened to me this year, is I was literally thrown off a cliff. So first off, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened during my year, and then I'm going to tell you about the life lessons. So the challenging year began February 24th, 2020, and that is the day that I unfortunately received the phone call that my mom was dying. She was in the hospital and they called me saying that she was coding. For those of you who are not medical, coding means that someone is actively dying and they are trying to save them. I'm from New Jersey, but I live in California, so I was thousands of miles away. Obviously very oh my God, I how is this even my life? Like, how is this even real right now? It was the most unreal experience of my whole entire life. It's the anxiety, the energy, I can't even explain it. It was so crazy. I just really want to give a big shout out to my roommate, Cara, because she is like my angel, probably gonna cry, because she helped me book a flight home to try to see my mom. Unfortunately, I had this knowing on the plane, and I do have a lot of knowings, and I don't know how I know things, but I just know things, and we'll get into all of that like in another episode. But I just had this knowing that at one point, like, my mom was home, like my mom was with God and she was home. It was just like the weirdest feeling ever to just have that knowing. So when I arrived in Philadelphia, my sister had already told me that my mom had made her transition, but I kind of already knew in my heart that I wouldn't be able to see her in her human form again, although I have much communication with my mother, which we will get into. But yeah, it was just a really crazy experience. But I knew that when she was coding, she coded for 16 minutes, and 16 is a really big number in my family. So I just knew that it was my grandparents, like, allowing her to have like a little bit more time. And my sister and my dad were able to be with my mom as she made her transition to be a angel, which she truly was on earth. The other thing, less than 8 months later, the doctors diagnosed me with something known as multiple sclerosis, or a lot of people know it as MS. And that happened on October 17th. And I will be sharing a lot about all the healing modalities that I've been doing and what I've been doing to keep my body in tip-top shape and really help my body heal and my soul heal and everything. But that kind of all started in July. I had numbness on my left forearm. I went to the chiropractor, I went to acupuncture. They really helped me. I was feeling much better. You know, we thought that it was kind of like a pinched nerve, maybe in my neck, that was causing this numbness on my left arm. And then I guess that was kind of foreshadowing of what was going to happen. And then the beginning of October, I forget the specific date, maybe like October 6th, what ended up happening is I got numb from my knees to my feet, and then it moved up to my hips. It moved up all the way to my chest. My waist felt like it was probably about this big, and my waist is not that big. It felt like somebody put like 20 waist trainers on my waist to try to make it this small, which is just not humanly possible for pretty much any of us. And anytime I put my neck down, I would get a shooting, like electric shock to my feet. So I ended up being hospitalized. I ended up being on 5 days of hardcore IV steroids, which I don't know if you've ever been on steroids, but I was on like 1,000 milligrams, which is crazy. It made me really, really nuts. Like when I came home, I felt very calm on the outside, but on the inside, I felt like someone was literally just like shaking me to death. And I was just like, what is happening? And then obviously, I will not say it, but I will call it the vid happened. Vid happened, right? So not only is my life being turned upside down like 20,000 million times, but also the whole entire world is being turned upside down 20,000 million times. So it's like collectively we're all going through it, and then add on like my life-changing things. I really feel super grateful for this year. And I know a lot of people would probably be like, how the hell are you grateful that all that crazy shit happened in 1 year? It pushed me to my limits. I literally felt like somebody threw me off a cliff and was like, okay, figure out how to get back up. And I'm super grateful for that. Super, super grateful for that. I know that sounds so weird, but I really, really, truly am so grateful for the craziest year of my life, because the one thing I learned is strength. I'm so much stronger than I ever imagined I could be. I know I'm pretty strong and pretty resilient person, but all those experiences in 1 year opened my eyes to be like, holy shit, you are so strong. Even after my mom died, I remember making like a couple of videos being like, I'm gonna be a Kleenex model. I didn't know that you could cry so hard your eyes hurt. Like, I'm gonna be a Kleenex model. Like, I always kept kept my strength in my laughter. Laughter definitely got me through all of this, just making light of these difficult situations and just having fun. Even when I was in the hospital, I was like, my roommate and my sister like came to visit, and I was like dancing and I was just having fun, because I'm like, there's so many difficult situations to kind of process and understand. And sometimes you just need to laugh, and you just need to like, I don't know, you just need to laugh, because you're like, what the hell is going on? My year is nuts. Like, what is really happening? Like, I don't even know my life. Like, yeah, strength. I can't even imagine the amount of strength that I thought that I did have. And now looking back, I'm like, holy shit, you can literally go through anything. The other major life lesson I learned was surrender. Life is not going to go as planned for any of us. So you have to surrender. Just surrender, 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 surrender. Surrender and trust that you are on the right path, that everything is working out in your favor. Even these difficult situations that I've been through, learning how to deal with grief and learning how to build my body up. Like, I just trust that I'm on the right path. I trust that this was all meant for my higher good. Even though it really has been super challenging, I've learned to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and know that in order to have more light, you pretty much kind of have to have more darkness and more challenges. And it makes you see the light in yourself like way more. And surrendering, not fighting it. Because like I said, so many crazy things have happened to me this year that at some point I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with the flow. I'm like, all right, this is what we're doing. Like, this is what is meant to happen. And the reason why it's meant to happen, being bada boom all in a row, is because it's meant to shake me. Sometimes you need to shake to wake. Like, not that I was already not like becoming more awake, but sometimes life is going to shake you, and it's going to jar you, and it's going to be like, yeah, you want to go to the next level. Yeah, you want to be like X, Y, and Z. Like, we're going to take you to the next level, but we have to like get rid of everything, like break down all the constructs of who you thought you were, who you thought you knew. And we just have to like crumble everything. Like, I've been in a million pieces, and I've had to pick those pieces up, and I'm still picking those pieces up. I don't think you go through the kind of experience, or I do actually call it an experience a lot. What my experiences, maybe I shouldn't say challenges, my experiences this year. I don't think you go through those experience and don't grow and just become like this new person. It's going to take a while for me to fully process all the intense things that I've been through. But I'm really loving who I'm becoming and how I'm piecing back all those things together and the way that I am. It's like when you have the opportunity to have your life split into 20,000 pieces, you can recreate it exactly how you want to, in a more magical, more loving, more compassionate, more resilient way. And that's just a really, really, really beautiful thing. The other thing that has happened is, I'm going to say magic. A lot of magic has happened this year. My gifts and abilities, which every single one of us have these gifts and abilities, it's just opening up to them or practicing these abilities. Just like with anything, you wouldn't go to the gym once and think that you're going to get, like, I don't know, like a six pack, right? One time, six pack. I mean, if you could, that would be great. But if you know someone or who's got six packs the first time they went to the gym, tell them to call me, ring me, okay? But there's just been so much magic that has happened this year. My abilities, my psychic abilities, and also my mediumship abilities have really kicked up this year. It's extremely easy for me to be in contact with my mom and my family on the other side. Like, extremely, extremely easy for me to communicate with my mom. I really know that she is like always with me. And that is like one of the coolest things that has happened this year. Although the grief has been very, very challenging. And it's really just, I don't know, grief has taught me so much, and I'll definitely make a video on that in specific, but grief has taught me so much. But being able to communicate with my mom and my family on the other side shows me once again that we are eternal beings. This little human suit, this little Nikki right here, she is temporary. I am an infinite soul, like an eternal soul in a human body. And right now I chose to be Nikki. Like, I chose to be a unicorn in human form, and that's who I choose to be. But this is so temporary. And having contact with my mom and my ancestors and my family has just made me see just how when we die, we just die from this body, but we don't die. We're truly eternal. And it really is cool because I feel like I can talk to my mom at like any time, any day. I can be like, hey mom, I'm sure she's here with me right now making this video. I have no doubt. I kind of have this feeling she's here. Usually I can sense as well when she's here. I have no doubt. I feel like she's clapping her hands and cheering me on. It really has been the most incredible year of my life. It really, really has been. And being more in touch with these gifts and just make it even that more magical. And during my Reiki sessions, which I learned Reiki last year, and it's been so dope. Oh my God, I'm freaking obsessed. It makes me feel so high. I love that my clients are having such great results with me. And the really cool thing is that a lot of times when I do Reiki, their family members are coming through to say hello. And that is just like the coolest, like honestly, like the coolest experience ever. So I can't wait to do more Reiki. The other thing is support. I realize how truly supported I am. My friends and my family have totally got me through this year, and I'm truly blessed to have an amazing group of humans and souls around me supporting me and really cheering me on and being there for me and allowing me to be emotional and to say what I feel and to just be. There's so many times where I just have needed to talk to someone, and I feel like my friends and my family have just been so open to allowing me to express myself and how I'm feeling and how I'm handling these experiences that I'm having, and just loving me for where I am, loving me for being vulnerable, loving me for crying, loving me for being happy about the exciting things happening in my life and the progress that I'm making in my healing, my physical healing journey, as well as my spiritual healing journey as well. And it really just makes me feel really good because I'm always such a giver. I'm such a giver. Oh my God. For the people that I love, I will take a bullet for every single one of them. I'm such a giver. I will literally bleed out for the people that I love. I love them, and they know. If you're one of them, you know this. But it just feels so good when you're so supported. It's like that love that I give and exude to other people, to build them, to love them, to be there for them, to support them. It has all come back. It has all come back to me. And I remember saying, even when everything happened with my mom, and then, you know, with my health issues, being like, I don't know how I'm ever going to repay my friends. And I just remember like my higher self being like, you don't have to repay them. Like, they're doing because they love you, and one day it will be like your turn to help them through something, and you'll be there for them. But my friends and family have just blown me away with like the gifts and the phone calls and the text messages. It makes going through life so much easier when you have a tribe that loves you no matter what kind of crazy shit you're going through. Yeah, if you're one of the people who has helped me this year, you're my friends or my family, y'all know how much I really, really love you, and I couldn't have gotten through this year without you. So thank you so much, because this has been quite a journey. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want to say right now? I guess I want to say thank you to myself. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for having all these crazy traumatic experiences and having your life flipped upside down 20 million times, and realizing day to day, I'm like, shit, I don't know who I am anymore. Like, who am I? And like trying to just figure it out. Like, thank you for remaining positive, and thank you for continuing your healing in every single way. Like, thank you. I know that this is just the beginning of who I truly am. And I really, really do want to help other people awaken their healing powers. And I realize if you want to help people awaken their healing powers, you have to awaken your own. And we'll continue learning every freaking modality, like handstands, I don't know. I will continue learning every modality. I will continue doing everything to awaken the healing inside of me, so that one day, hopefully, or maybe I already have, inspire somebody else to believe in themselves and realize that you can do this. Life gets fucking hard. It gets difficult. You can do this shit. You are amazing. Like, you can do anything you put your mind to, and the hardest day of your life will bring the most amazing light. Although it won't seem that way in the moment, the darkest day of your life is always going to happen before the dawn, and it'll awaken and inspire the shit out of you. And you will look back one day and be like, holy shit, that was the moment that everything changed for me. These moments, this year was the most pivotal year of my whole entire life. It really was. It was the most magical experience that the universe could have ever gifted me. And now I'm back, and I'm ready to show the world that you can awaken your healing power. I'm back with more inspiration, more love, more compassion, and more healing to teach and to learn. And I'm really, really freaking excited for this journey. So if you started on this journey with me just now, or you've been on this journey with me for a while, get ready, because the content is about to be fire. Because I have walked through the fire. I have become the fire, and I'm ready to ignite the world. Yeah, I'm ready to ignite the world. Well, I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning into this video. If you liked it, press the like button. And thank you all so much for being here. Much love, big hug, peace, and God bless. Stay magical, fam.